Hello guys, Render Tom here with some quick update for Cinema 4D plugin Slice It Up. One of the new features is the option to generate mesh right from the plugin itself. So assign your spline right here and go to Extrude tab and enable Generate Mesh. Boom! And we have a three-dimensional object. Also with this feature we can now map our textures on Slice It Up object, and the texture will stick to the slices when you move them in the space, like this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, zero them out. The following controls are similar to Extrude NURBS controls, so as you see, nothing new here. Alright, go back to Generate tab. Now, by default, the slice movement is bidirectional. So one slice moves up, under the down, up down, and so on. In this version, we can set the direction to be directional. So check it out. Poof! Now all slices will move in a positive Y direction, like this. And if we play with random Y, it will slip like so. Just adjust the random seed to something more interesting. And you're ready to go. Also, we have an option to invert the direction. So let's say you have the keyframes and the curves set up and you just want to flip the movement. Just come here and enable invert Y direction, let's say. And now all the movement will be inverted, like so. Also, I added an option to scale down the height of the mask. So let's enable invert container. And let's shrink the mask. If this value is not enough, just go beyond that. And let's see, your object is disappearing, like so. Right, beautiful. Oh, let's not forget it's all in 3D space. I'm just using frontal view as it looks better for the tutorial. Alright, let's move on. And now advanced stuff. Now for that, let me just create, let's see. Let me create a rectangular spline and make it, do it like this, and this one like so, and enable Slice It Up. I just want to see the splines, alright. And what else? Oh, okay, let's take a look at random width, and let's maybe lower down the number of slices. And let's expand the width, well, let's shrink the width. When the width of this mask becomes really tiny, Cinema generates some error. So I see the rectangle is too big. Alright, so this is because it's so tiny, it's so thin, that Cinema does not even know what to do with it. So here's the trick to fix it. Under Advanced tab we have the mask width threshold. And that says if the width of the mask is lower than 0.1, this mask will disappear. Alright? So let's say if we have this error, we can maybe increase this value, like so. And that problem is gone. So we can now move the slider like this, and we don't have that problem anymore. Same goes for mask height threshold. If the height of the mask reaches the value of this threshold, let's say 1, it will disappear like this. Okay, moving along. Now let me reset the values so I can show you the container with the height stuff. Alright. Okay, let's choose equal width. Let's say 2 splines is more than enough. And enable invert container. Alright, so let's zoom into this one. And here's the deal. The inner spline is the spline of our, well, this is basically the spline we're slicing. This is rectangle spline, the inner one. The outer one is the container spline. So this value says that the container width is 1 pixel bigger, 1 pixel wider than the actual spline we're slicing. So let me show what's happening here. If I set this value to 0, we will be getting some errors. This happens because the container spline is intersecting our rectangle spline, so that's why we're getting this error. If you can see, it's right here. Maybe I can just move it like this. Yeah, there we go. So this happens when the width is equal to our rectangular spline. So check it out. By default it's 1, and if we move the expand width slider to the minimum at value -2, we will be getting same error. Now, in order to fix this, we can either change the container width to, let's say, 0, and that problem is gone. But when we reach the value of 0 here, well, that problem is here. So it depends on whether you want to scale your mask down or you want to expand the mask. So that's the value you have to play with. Okay, let me show you how to add a texture so it sticks correctly on the slices and does not slip. Let's get rid of everything and start from scratch. Add a circle spline, add a sliced up object. Let's hide our spline like this, drop spline into spline object right here. And what else? Let's enable extrude mesh. Okay, we don't have anything yet. Let's say I want to use this one as a base color, and I want to assign this texture on the frontal face. Alright, by default it's on UVW mapping, and it does not work. Alright, so to fix this, let's choose either flat or cubic. I'm gonna go with a flat, and go back to the frontal view. Select my object, select my texture, select texture mode, and I'm gonna move it into place like this, somewhere right there, and this one to there. Grab a scale tool and scale that texture so it covers my object like this. Now if we go back to perspective mode and adjust the values, there you go, the texture sticks correctly. One thing though, as you can see, the texture is bleeding on the side of the object. Now to fix this, let's select our texture, and under tag selection, let's enter C1, that stands for cap 1. Alright, and it doesn't show on the back side as well, as if we didn't have it here, we would see it here. Okay, and with the cap 1, it works as expected. So that's it, guys. That's how you slice it up. Thank you.